Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're brand new to my channel, my name is Elizabeth. My channel name is ChiTownGirl. I hope everyone is doing well. I am here with a video that is so incredibly overdue. I'm like so embarrassed. I have so much wonderful mail that has been stacking up on me. I've just had a lot of things going on. I really have. And with keeping everything real, which is something I try to do on my channel all the time, I'm still struggling with the loss of Kalu. In fact, I am probably more depressed than I've ever been in my life. So putting that out there for the whole world is not a very easy thing to do. Me and Kalua were inseparable from the time she was 8 weeks old. She was more of a therapy dog for me than I think I was willing to admit to anyone, let alone myself. I've had dogs in the past. I've had all Labradors. I've had a black Labrador. Her name was Keisha. I had another chocolate Labrador. Her name was Zoe. And then I had Kalua, which was my last chocolate Labrador. Every pet is unique in its own way. Unless you are an owner of a pet, whether it be a cat, a dog, a bird, whatever, they become your children. Especially for people that don't have children, pets are their children. Kalua for me was not only my child, my best friend, I really don't want to sit here and cry because I do it all the time. And by the way, we have a really, really nasty thunderstorm going on. It's been raining here. It's been really crazy. So yeah, I don't know. Even I'm sitting here. I have a slew of absolutely wonderful mail and letters that I've read because I pre-open most of my mail. I have wonderful birthday mail here. But I've just been so out of it lately. I had another incident happen to me last week, which there's really only 2 people on my entire channel that are aware of it. I'm not even gonna bother to go there. I'm still trying to absorb it all myself. So it was just an event that I prefer to keep quiet. Just got a lot of things going on in my life. Sorry, I'm like not trying to be. I sat down to do this video to share mail with all of you. And then I'm in my brain going, there's no way for me to justify why I haven't done a mail video, but to be honest about it, all of your mail means so much to me. And I felt like I couldn't mentally click with my mail that was coming in, because I have been so incredibly overwhelmed with the loss of Kalua. I cry every day. And yeah, some of you have said, you know, Beth, go get another dog. Yeah, I could go get another dog. That doesn't solve what I feel. It doesn't make the pain go away. It's different for everybody in its own way. You know, some people can turn around and get an animal right away because they need to. You know, when I lost my Zoe, I got Kahlua fairly quickly, and I got a lot of crap from a lot of people about that, but one animal never takes the place of another animal, in my opinion. I just have such a love for animals, especially dogs. I grew up with dogs. My family has dogs. They're just me. To be without one is just heart-wrenching for me right now. It really, really is. And with the expenses of Kahlua's departing, because everything was such an emergency situation, took a toll on me big time. It's amazing what veterinarians charge these days. It's crazy. Yeah, I want to have another pet, but I also at the same time look at my Kahlua, because I have my Kahlua here and I have my Zoe here, and my Keisha is actually with my sister, and some of it is in my mom's backyard back home with our other pets. I'm sorry, I'm just like totally losing my train of thought. I just feel bad for not sharing this mail sooner. And I want you all to know that I'm very grateful for everything Thunder that you've all sent to me. And I just want to apologize for not getting it to you sooner, because I'm the type of person that when someone sends something to me, whether it be a letter, a card, a phone call, I'm behind on phone calls. I'm behind. Poor Barbara. Joanne, there's many of you that I need to reach out to, and when I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, it's so hard to do because my brain and my heart, everything tells me something different. This isn't an easy video. I'm not even sure I'm gonna put this up. I guess after sitting down and preparing myself to do mail, I get more and more upset with myself, because I don't want any of you to feel that I'm being disrespectful or I don't care. I mean, I can turn my camera around and show all of you. I literally have it sitting right here. And it's like, you know, right now I'm looking at an envelope from Queen's Life, who is from New Jersey. She has a channel here on YouTube. And I want to acknowledge all of you, but at the same time, it's like my emotions are like this. And I just don't want it to be this video with me crying and, you know, I guess I'm sensitive about that side of me. Like, you know, I'm 8 minutes into a video and I'm, you know, feel like I'm a gutted fish. You know, I'm ripping my insides out, but I'm still struggling with my clue. I try to talk about it with people that want to talk about it with me, and I can't describe, no more than a woman can get to describe to someone what it feels like to have a baby. You know, you just can't, you can picture it in your mind, but you can't feel it. You know, you just don't get it. Clue was a big part of my channel. She would come in, you know, take over, whatever, try to be the star of the show, and sometimes I still think I hear her bark. We've had fireworks this past week due to 4th of July, thunderstorms. Those things would scare her to pieces. And on the 4th of July, I sat with her in this room, because this was kind of the room she like hung out the most in, and this is where I did a lot of the recording in, and I literally held her ashes in my arms and bawled my head off. And every time I hear a thunder, I look at her and I start to cry, because it scared her so much. And so much of me feels Like, I want another pup, but I don't want her to be upset with me. And probably that's not going to make sense to most people. And maybe that's just a me thing. But, you know, it's difficult. And I know right now, I think there's at least 3 other people on YouTube that have channels that are dealing with dog issues right now. It's like, what is going on with dogs? It's crazy. It's just been nuts. So I wanted you all to understand kind of like where my brain was as far as, excuse me, when it came to the mail and getting backed up. And I just don't want anyone to feel like they're being ignored or I'm not grateful for things like that. And it was important to reach out to all of you and let you know that. So what I'm going to try to do now is get off that and go through some of this amazing mail that you've all sent to me. And I want to thank each and every one of you for your generosity, your amazing support to me and my channel, and hanging in there with me during this very difficult process with losing Kahlua has been so incredibly devastating to me. It's just, I can't explain it. And then all of a sudden, bam, I'm a grandma of 2. And it's like, oh my gosh, you know, is it like, I don't know, you know, I'm in my middle 50s now, 55. It's like, what, is this like the change of life happening? I don't know what the hell's going on in the world. You know, emotions are all over the place. I don't know, it's crazy. And I don't even know how to begin to even label this if I do list it, because this video is like not making any sense. It's just me, you know, letting you guys listen to some thunder. I guess when it comes right down to it, it's me being honest with struggles people have. They're real. I talked a long time before even this whole thing with Kahlua went on, you know, with the issues with people that have depression problems. There's so many of you out there. You're not alone. You're not by yourself. Trust me, you're not. It may feel that way, but you're not. There's so many people that can't leave their homes because they're so depressed. And when you're depressed, nobody else understands. You cannot get somebody who is not clinically depressed to understand somebody who is clinically depressed. Depression in itself is different for every single person. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep this rolling, and I'm going to completely switch gears here, because I feel while I'm sitting here and sharing something that I am going through right now in my life that's real and that I'm struggling with, it's not easy to sit here and even admit to myself, let alone how many thousands of people are watching my channel. Do I feel like a sitting duck? Absolutely. You know, I feel like a deer caught in the headlights right now. Who wouldn't? Is it easy to tell people you have depression issues? No, because you're instantly judged. Now, a person in a wheelchair per se, which I have a niece who suffers with MS, has other disabilities, and spends more time in a wheelchair and on a scooter than she does on her feet. Somebody can look at her who don't know her, doesn't know her, and say, okay, she has a disability. But to someone who is depressed, average everyday person, going to be completely clueless. I think one thing about being a depressed person is you learn to hide it because you're embarrassed about it. You're humiliated about it. You're not normal because you're depressed. I take medication. I have since I was 17 years old, and I'm 55. I've dealt with depression my entire life. I've had good days. I've had bad days. I've been in the hospital. I've been on all kinds of antidepressants, and they're all roller coaster rides, every single solitary one of them. Do I see a psychologist? Nope. Do I see a psychiatrist? Nope. Am I a physician? Nope. These are just my words, my experiences. I am not in any way, shape, or form telling anybody how to do anything. I'm telling you merely what works for me and what I do. I am not in any way, shape, or form, what's the word I'm looking for? Licensed in any way to give out any therapy information. I'm merely discussing my own personal stuff. I've been on antidepressants since I was 17. That's when you're starting your world, becoming somebody. And I'm crying all the time. What's wrong with me? What's going on? Why am I upset all the time? Why am I crying all the time? Things happen in people's lives, horrible things, and they get depressed for a while, but then they pick up themselves by their bootstraps and they move on. People get depressed. It happens. But for some people, they stay depressed because there's a chemical imbalance up here that can't be seen on an x-ray, that can't be seen in lab work. It's something going on up here that's not clicking. It's like you're running a car. Say you've got a 8-cylinder car. 8 cylinders needs 8 spark plugs to run. Take out one of those spark plugs. Now you're running an 8-cylinder car on 7. It's misfiring. Your brain is misfiring. There's a problem with your brain. Does that make you handicapped? That's your choice. It can for some people, absolutely. For me to sit here, I get really angry, frustrated, because so many of my subscribers deal with the same things I deal with. And I think for the most part, a lot of people would look at me and go, you don't have any problems with depression. Come on. Clueless. Again, that's something that we do. We don't share it all. We cry when no one's watching. Because what's wrong with us? People judge us. People just judge people in general. It's not right to judge a book by its cover because you cannot know or understand what another person has walked in. I've not walked in anyone else's shoes, so therefore I cannot judge how their life has been or their path that they have traveled. Depression can be such a dark place. It's a place where you find yourself and it's very lonely, miserable, because you look at people around you that are just doing their everyday thing. You know, you get up, you get in your car, you know, you get ready for work, you get in your car, you go to work, you do your job, you do your 9 to 5, whatever. For someone who is clinically depressed or has depression issues, that is like a dream come true for them. I'm on 2 different antidepressants. I'm on anxiety medication. I'm on medication for blood pressure. Antidepressants, in my opinion, it's a huge roller coaster ride because you're already feeling like crap. And then once you get on an antidepressant, you feel more like crap. And that's just one of the side effects to an antidepressant. You have to go through the cycle, the roller coaster ride of, okay, we're going to try a new medication. Let's see if this one works for you. You're feeling sick for the first couple of weeks. You know something in your body feels different, but you don't know what. The medicine it's trial and error. You got to take it, get sick on it to figure out if it's going to work for you. And if it works for you, great. It's not a miracle pill by any means. If it doesn't work for you, you're back off of it, back on another one to take the roller coaster ride all over again. Been there, done that. The reason why I don't talk to psychiatrists, the reason I don't talk to psychologists, nothing personal, my opinion. I cannot sit across. I mean, I've talked to them in the past in my younger years. I was more or less had to. It was my parents' choice, not mine. Only to try to describe to somebody what I'm feeling, and they're clueless because they're looking at a book. How can someone who is depressed sit and tell a person, whether it's male or female, whatever, tell another person who is not depressed what you feel? How can they possibly understand you? Again, my opinion. I always felt, here I am trying to describe to somebody how I feel. Now you're going to try to treat me about something you really know not much about except for what you've learned in books. My opinion. How do you get a doctor to understand what's going on up here when they've never experienced that? Now, if you go to a doctor because you have a broken leg and that doctor's had a broken leg before, you're going to connect, right? Because one's had a broken leg, you've had a broken leg. Okay, you can somewhat get what's going on. You sit 10 people in a room that have depression issues. You guys can spot each other out. We know who we are, for the most part. It's almost like this facade of you don't want anyone to know because they look bad at you, you look down on, you're treated differently. I think and I feel that people that have depression issues get a total bad rap. And I think if more of us, meaning people that have depression issues, could talk to people with the same issues and know that they're not alone, would make a difference. Now, I have no idea. Me sitting here, totally switching up a video that was going to be all about these wonderful gifts that I have received. But as soon as I got in front of the camera, and I kind of had this feeling this was going to happen, but I purposely like put on a little makeup. I put on these earrings, which by the way are from one of my subscribers. You know who you are. You didn't want me to say your name, but thank you. I love them. She made these for me. They're beautiful. I put on some makeup and I was like, you know what? I really have to do this friend mail. I really have to do this happy mail. But I am so in the hole mentally right now. I don't want to pretend everything is okay when it's not. I'm in a struggle. It sucks. I can't believe I'm actually doing this on video. I'm feeling kind of stupid right now. Embarrassed. How do I get on camera and get back in front of all my subscribers again and put that happy face on, which she's there. It's just lately she's been struggling a lot. Life can definitely throw us curves. And losing my best friend Kalua, this is where I start to feel so stupid, because I never thought in my whole life that I could hurt so much. I've had horrific losses in my life. My mom's gone. My dad's gone. One of my brothers is gone. But my Kaloo, I just miss her so much. She was my best friend. And I'm looking off in the corner because I have her ashes here with my Zoe. And I talk to her every day. I talk to them both. But when it comes down to the end of the day, I pretty much do pretty good with my depression. But since Kalu's passing, I've kind of taken a nosedive. I have good days, I have bad days, I have really, really bad days. I'm embarrassed, I'm ashamed, I feel stupid. But my heart aches and hurts for her. Okay, so this went from, oh my gosh, total, like I said, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna post this. This is crazy. Wow. Depression, Mail, Kalua, Zoe, Keisha, Thunderstorm. This is real. Life isn't always all that in a bag of chips. I am going to try to put myself together a little bit and decide whether I'm going to put this video up or not, because I wouldn't even know how to title it. I don't know, Beth Mental Breakdown. I'm not even sure. Yeah. I just want you all to know that I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of your support through this. It's been a really tough haul for me. And I know the sun is going to come out and things at some point will get easier. But for right now, I'm 7 months in and I'm still completely crushed. I'm sorry, everyone. I don't even know what to say.